And we'll start off with this, the Realme 5S. Now, last week we showed you Realme's flagship phone. Really interesting, the X2 Pro. Taking on the OnePlus market, but this is where Realme dominates, the under 10,000 rupee and the fact that they want to shock the market. So this is what this phone has. A 48 megapixel quad camera, and they call it a powerhouse. Well, they would. 5000 mAh battery, SNAPDRAGON 665 processor, and remember, again I'm telling you, quad camera. That means it's a total of 5 cameras, 4 at the back, 1 in the front. Now let's take a first impression look at this. So a typical packing that Realme has, nothing different, comes with a typical silicone plasticky cover, and then here comes the phone. So once again, the minute you take it out, you realize it's obviously a Realme phone because it's a good looking phone. Realme doesn't make, I don't think they've ever faltered in terms of the looks of a phone. Fingerprint scanner at the back, 4 cameras like I told you, 5th camera in the front, and it is a water drop notch, so that also works really well because it doesn't feel like it's a notch. So the screen's okay, nothing oh my God about it, but remember it's a 10,000 rupee, less than 10,000 rupee phone. Let's take a look at our review.
Realme is covering all its bases before the new year. With the X2 Pro, they managed to set fire to the under 30k segment, and now with the Realme 5S, they're aiming for the top spot below 10k as well. So we got our hands on this red-hot phone that's fresh out of Realme's oven. Let's see if it manages to impress us. The 4GB RAM and 64GB storage variant of the Realme 5S starts at 9,999 rupees, while the 128GB storage variant is priced at 10,999 rupees. The design is what Realme calls their diamond cut design. It has a holographic color effect, and the crystal red that we got looks pretty striking, but it did have its fair share of smudges. It also feels a bit heavy to hold in the hand, but that might be because of the battery, which we will get to in a bit. The front has Corning Gorilla Glass 3 Plus protection. Realme could have done better here since some of the competition has brought Gorilla Glass 5 to this segment. The screen otherwise is dynamic. We enjoyed viewing content on the 6.5-inch screen. It is an HD Plus screen and it has a pixel density of 269 ppi, which is average. The phone runs on Color OS 6.1 based on Android 9, and it comes with features like screen battery optimization, which is pretty useful. The 5S is powered by the mid-range Snapdragon 665 processor, and we had no problem running light games on this phone. One place the phone does very well is the battery. It has a massive 5000 mAh battery which lasted a breezy 2 days, but Realme has coupled this with an average 10-watt charger. There's a quad camera setup on this phone which is led by a 48 megapixel lens. The images in this mode are clear, but they do look a bit touched. There is an 8 megapixel wide-angle lens which can capture up to 119 degrees, and there is a 2 megapixel depth lens and another 2 megapixel ultra macro lens. The camera gives a lot of versatility, and the nightscape shots were adequately bright as well. There's a 13 megapixel front shooter which does the job. The selfies are crisp in good lighting and in portrait mode. The Cell Guru verdict? So does the S in the 5S stand for style? Well, it does have the oomph factor in terms of its design, but there is no doubt that this is a budget variant of the Realme 5 series. Realme seems to have stripped off a little more than it should have in this phone. The battery and camera are good though, and this is a reliable choice under 10k, but when you compare it to competition, it leaves us wanting more.